Just one way to do so. Yeah. One of the ways, especially if you do a lot of hammer fists, is to grab your wrist like this, and you want to, what's it called? Thumb up here, the finger up here, and you want to pull in whatever the opposite direction that you're hitting or striking. And you just, oh, it was that way. Oh my gosh. Because my nerves are coming back. Also, the pain's setting in as well. Yeah, you want to do this after every workout, every intense workout. Especially, because you haven't done it before. Dad, you as well, you need to do this to your feet. Mother, you need to do this to your hands. Oh snap, I actually realized I have a voice now. I have a voice box, I have a larynx. I can actually communicate what I'm actually thinking to all y'all. I left brain for so long, 15 years, I don't really, just now learning the perception of all I can do. And usually if you do this, you'll hear pops and cracks from your hands and wrists and knuckles. That's usually a sign that the fluid the cartilage is coming back to shape. They're helping it in the right direction. It's a sign of decompression, which is good. But no, I seriously compressed the bones in my right and left hand. I didn't realize it till, about a day later. Punching that wall behind me. Lady. Sorry, soul. Yeah, I got a little bit of food. Not much, but a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry about my dirty fingernails. If it is a really strong injury, you typically want to hold this for a couple minutes. At least you want tension, steady tension. It takes a while to damage yourself. It also takes a little while to undo it as well. About an equivalent, and a little less than equivalent amount of time, because your body heals so quickly. It wants to come to balance, it wants to be healed, it wants to exist. That's why when you do apply tension like this, you do help provide a condition to recover. By the way, when you hold it, you're probably going to feel sharp pains like this. That's okay. You just want mild tension. Mild to medium, moderate. You're not trying to pull your fingers off, but if you have applied a good amount of force, you do want to push it. It helps it to get back into shape. Your ligaments are pretty strong. You know your limits. Pain lets you know when you're, keeps you out of, lets you when you're reaching a limit. Keeps you out of danger. Keeps you out of trouble, rather. Trouble. Thanks so many of you all who watch my videos. Watch any of my content. I'll try to fill it with as much meaningful, important information as I can. Always, your time is precious and valuable. Rest is important as well. It's gonna pull towards me. Thanks, lady. Thanks, girls. Thanks, girl. So good. A lot of you type a lot. Should do your thumbs like this. Should do your thumbs this way as well. Stretch them out. Pull on them. Yeah. Cheryl, you're so awesome. Your streams are so calm and cool. I feel so guilty for ever, just hopping on them. So I literally don't have to do anything but sit there and just listen and just be. Just be. It's so cool. A lot of you have such a relaxing atmosphere like that. Squishy, you and Bella. Is she? Thank you so much. You're so freaking cool. Oh my God, you're so freaking cool. Cheryl, you're beyond cool. You're just amazing. You're just awesome. Yeah, thanks for mentioning the people that you do. Andromeda, you're so cool as well. Squishy's friend. And I can't. Names are hard for me. A little hard. I have to look at you a few times. Your name. I have to look at your name a few times. And the sun of silence. Bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. As neon roar and fill the storms. Wow. My right hand is becoming bigger. I've been focusing on my right side a lot. That's why even you notice my right side is so much stronger than my left. It wasn't always till just about a week ago. The left side kept most of its density intact. Bones in my hand, bones in my arm. I lost the most mass from my right side. Kept most of my left and my back, my torso. But I lost 18 pounds, basically overnight. This is after I had developed diabetes and lost most of my nerves due to improper food habits, basically. And eating sugary foods, even though I didn't have a pancreas, couldn't produce insulin, my body could still accept it and break it down. Just I couldn't eat very much of it. I had to watch very carefully how much food I ate, but anything that was either considered a whole sugar, such as date paste, dates, what's it called? Yeah, cane sugar, anything, pineapples, didn't matter how sugary it was. If I kept it below if I kept it below like a small amount, I could eat it, I could safely digest it, but I couldn't even take a single gram of refined food, refined sugar, refined flour. My body would immediately reject that. And, so you don't have to avoid fruits, you don't have to avoid whole sugars. Those are what actually fix you. And a lot of you, if you have diabetes, eating oils is going to help you a lot. It's going to save your system. And if you're probably not going to be able to do without insulin, don't stop taking it, but it can help you reduce or mitigate your symptoms. And to Josh, thank you so much for noticing my punching habits, for actually watching what I was doing. For most of those, especially in the past, it was no joke. I wasn't using I had not a foundation of proper form or awareness in mind. Developing strength within my punches. I could develop power. Yep. With proper form comes the strength. Moving properly will develop the proper strength. Proper speed, proper technique. Burpees are simple, but it's not easy to do 100 like that. That showed me it reminded me of a very big weakness that I have, and that's stamina. And I can feel how much stamina I have within my body. I know what I'm capable of, but just the lesson of just reliving that reminder really helps set that into place. And guys, you do need to work on your stamina, your cardio, what you consider cardio. That helps a lot. Anytime you drain and you exhaust your stores, you push past your limits, you grow them. You give your body a signal and space to grow them as well. A signal. But most of these training workouts and exercises, you're going to see me working mostly on strength, not necessarily power, because power will come. Power is mostly related to speed. Power is mostly speed. And strength is, force or torque. ability to get work done, which matters a lot. Yeah, Vata body types, we need to work more on strength-based exercises because we usually have the speed. Man, but your body type is so beautiful. Looking at your hands like that, our hands are completely different, Vata and Pitta. They're amazing. You're amazing. They are amazing. A Pitta body type would have thicker fingers than they would thicker bones. So, yeah, Vata body's cartilage is smaller. Almost everything about their body is more dense, but their cartilage is smaller. That's why they can't stay standing for very long. Relaxed and peaceful, if you're in a relaxed and a peaceful state, you can pretty much be up for hours at a time. And that's okay. It's just, trying jobs and stuff like that. Man, that's rough. Standing, being a waiter, being a cashier like that. That's intense. That's intense. For a Kapha body type, that's intense. That's I wouldn't do that to anyone, to any of my kids. God damn it, production Kwai. Thank you. Fuck you guys as well. You little bastards, you hurt my friend. Friends. I know these women very well, even though I haven't really met them just yet. I've only known one. But just like you all, you are also familiar to me. So amazing. And so precious. That's why the thought of anyone ever hurting you just pisses me off. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. When I actually get a lot of calories and nutrients into this body, I'll show you guys what a full Super Saiyan looks like. As best I can relate, as best I can do. With the limited resources that I have. Because it does take a lot of resources. It's mostly about actively healing your body, as well as building power, but that, right now, it's gonna have to come later for me, but it is about building power. That's why that's why it is called going Super Saiyan, because it looks like the guy gains a second wind. He gets suddenly stronger, because you do build muscle really, really quickly. And I'll show you guys when and how that happens, when I actually achieve that. I did for the front of my chest there a little bit. That's why I saw it go so big in just about a day. In less than a day. And my strength and power increased as well. It's not like a miracle cure. I wouldn't say it's completely like it is in the movies, though it can be if you have enough stores. But you have to have the stores. You have to have the stamina to maintain that, to hold that, to circulate your fluids around it, to affix them into the proper locations and positions, to the cell sites, to restore your cell sites. By the way, whenever you see vasculature like that, you want to. So it looks amazing, but it's just really means that your heart's trying to circulate. So for me, whenever I see that, especially when it's extreme, I do it with my arms, and that helps. You can feel your heart rate slow down, because it's your blood trying to force fluid into your digits, trying to send that fluid back up. That's what those veins are. And I feel that it's like a pressure off my heart, just like I don't have to pump as hard. That's why I want to get like one of those vibrating. Girls, if y'all can get one of those vibrating plates, Lunasol, if you can get a massage chair, please just vibrate. Girls, just vibrate your whole body. I want all you girls to do that for yourself. It benefits girls the most. just go to like a mall or something, put like $5 in, especially if you VTuber girls, put like $5 and just sit the whole length and do it again. And sit with a nice meal or a cup of hot cocoa, chamomile tea, and enjoy yourselves. That's so amazing, being massaged, being shaken, being vibrated like that, being moved like that. And for me, I'm realizing a lot of, that's a lot of the reason why I crave girls so much, is because there is a natural function and motion involved with them that basically helps stimulate and circulate the human body, especially for guys that work out. Because your muscles are so tired by the end of the day, you can't properly circulate to the rest of you. And your brain, literally the skin in your face is so tired. And one of the ways you can help fix that is by humping something, or making someone very happy in your life. But anyways, and a lot of that's been vilified, and like men have been made to feel ashamed and bad for that, and we shouldn't, because it is a pretty natural and healthy function for them. It just needs to be done in a healthy and just needs to be done in a healthy and proper energy, without all the traumas and the fears, the unprocessed reactions. So you're not just reacting when you're with your partner. You're in the moment. You're happy. You can stop yourself. You know what you're doing. You're conscious. And anyways, I'm not quite done with my hands just yet. I'm not done with my hands just yet. Mildly sharp pains are okay, but when you get the call to rests, like right now I'm experiencing pretty much like a mildly sharp pain and it's on my finger and on my joints, my hands, my knuckles. But when it gets to when it gets to pain, that's when you know it's okay. It's okay to stop. But right now I'm pulling fairly hard. I am pulling fairly hard on my hands. My muscles are loaded in the back, and I've got a few minutes left. Because my cartilage is a lot stronger, I'm gonna be able to do this a lot longer, and all my limbs. And I'm gonna pull really hard, but you're gonna want to probably take a little more measured breaks, especially when the pain rises to an intensity. That's when you stop. You're not looking to injure yourself, but you are. Especially when it comes to like almost resetting joints, you are almost looking for that mildly sharp pain. That pain that's in the reverse. It's like your body wants to try to fight that when the knuckles, when they become taut, and that latches, and that you're starting to pull on them, and you're starting to rebuild. When you're starting to rebuild that damaged, broken tissue, and so it's being pulled out, that's that mildly sharp pain starts. It's tender, it's sore. That's why it feels like that when you start pulling those knuckles out, your bones out. And your body wants to resist that inflation. That pain. You subconsciously react to it, and you gotta learn to fight that. Especially if you suffered like a spinal disc injury like me, you want to pull hard on that sucker, and you gotta fight that pain. That urge to shift about or to let off of it. You want to keep on it until it basically rises to a frequency where you can no longer bear. Where you know you're not supposed to bear, where that's all you can recover and you need to rest. And then you rest for about 30 minutes to a few hours. If not the night. If not the whole night. Yes. 6 to 8 hours, yes. I would recommend 4 at least, at the minimum. 30 minutes just to get you going. 15, 20, 30. To get you going. And to help it set in place, you need the full day. And you need someone to help take care of you while you do, or at least rest. Kuro, you're awesome as well, dude. Thanks for being so free in your language. That taught me to be more free in mine as well. Mother, father, so sorry about... No, I actually am a little sorry. Mostly was joking with the fake voices there, practicing my voice back there with Batman calls and all that. But yeah, sorry about you guys for, basically, with the Akashic clearing, you kind of wake up and you realize that you kind of let things go to shit. And things aren't quite what they seem. And it's like... yeah, realizing that a little more care has been taken into what you had thought before. I just wish you guys would stop destroying my greens. Mom, mother, father, the mowing. But no, not nearly. You can tell I haven't been nearly as angry with you guys since. Haven't been. My voice is usually normally so deep I don't usually speak in person because it cannot be heard. And I don't think most microphones aren't able to properly pick that up. The cheaper ones anyways. Not the full range, not the full frequency. Not of how I actually speak to one another. Not how I actually speak to you. Not practicing for so long, I don't really speak often. I don't speak that well. I don't speak normally in my full voice, in my regular, with unmodified, without trying, without no frequency, no. Yeah, just thank you, lady. Oh, my voice is so sore. Oh, it's about done. Oh, it's good. Yeah. If you are doing it slow enough, you probably won't experience intense pain. You'll just feel like I am right now. It's just like a wholeness, completeness, like the sharp pains are like fading away. And it just feels, what's that called? Like you just punched something inflamed, but like healthy inflamed. Like, it's like completion, satisfaction, healing. I've reached that point. The hands are healthy again. My right one anyways. Left one needs more time. Just keep finding the faults and pushing into them, pulling against them. That hurts so good. That feels so good. I'm not in that much pain, by the way, in my hands. Thank you for touching my vocal cords, my voice box. That helped. Yeah, fire. Oh my god, ow. Vata body types drink water very, very often. I cannot live without this thing at all. I will die compared to most. I can neither store very much water, nor for very long. Overheating. We overheat very quickly when we exercise. That's why we gotta be careful with high intensity, long drawn out exercises like that, such as burpees or we overheat much more easily than most body types. Irie, I think you made a post. Being a hot sleeper. Silly goose. And yeah, I do smoke. I just don't smoke unconsciously. I don't do anything unconsciously if I can help it. I'll try to live every day with intention. If nothing else, just to shine and exist and radiate from the light of your soul. Because that's what you keep healthy. That's what keeps you healthy. That's what helps you stay alive. And it's what helps bring peace and clarity to those around you, as well as your angels and guides. A couple more minutes. So it's an amazing thing. That's one of the things I was realizing about Vata body types is that the reason why I was so effective against the Illuminati and why they get so much work done when they are not pushed beyond the brink of their limits is because they have such quick recovery, and their bodies can recover so quickly. That's why when they find their balance, when they find their rhythm, they find that that workflow. They get so much done. They can get a lot done in a very short period of time. And they can keep at something like a siege or a war assault. They can keep that going for hours, for days, for months even, if they find their rhythm, they find that balance. Whereas a Pitta body type would have to take breaks after so many weeks, so many days. You would have to. It's too quick. It's just too. You need a day of rest, a whole day. You need to take a break. Vata as well, but just not nearly as much. If they really have the resources, they can keep they can just keep going. Keep slamming in those work results. What's it called? Work maxing? Yeah, work maxing. That's what I did for the Illuminati. Day after day after day, hour after hour. Just doing nothing but building up my energy stores. Basically going Super Saiyan, or going what you guys would call it Gear 2, as far as Luffy or One Piece goes. For me, I knew it as going Gear 2. But instead of activating my entire body, I would just activate my heart and my organs, my spinal column. And I'd force that into energy pathways into myself and my angel. Both building, restoring, converting, transferring food into calories and ATP, using the sunlight to help bind it. Using the sunlight to help create ATP, which is what was needed for that kind of work, that energy work. For sending teams around, for strengthening them, for building their bodies, for making them solid, for building their weapons, literal weapons. My friend Keith actually put it very well. Even though it's not 100% accurate, I want you to listen to this. These first words from me. Angels are not fluffy little bunnies. And then words from my brother Keith. Angels are multi-dimensional killing machines of God. And that's very much true, though that's not completely accurate. It's not completely accurate, because they are helpers. They want to be helpers. They are a human soul just like you. If you put them into a human body, they would be just like you, just the same. And just that their energy, their structure and purpose, both yours and theirs, is different. It's set up different. Your soul is almost physical when it attaches to this body. Theirs stays in energy. And they are meant to interact with energy, almost only. Yours is almost physical. It acts with gravity. It acts with gravity for this thing, to this thing. So I love Avatar so much. It's just, yeah, trees, they interlink their roots. All connected. All things. Shrooms. The 2 lessons that I learned from shrooms was that I hate shoes. Okay, so it's one thing when your body itself experiences a situation of like complete revulsion or like just abject, like a low-level horror of like how much it does not like this environment, how much it does not like how things are. Basically, I was in a parking lot. I was in a food. I don't want to say a food mall, but it was like a shopping mall, open front, but like a giant one. But that whole parking lot in Colorado, there were no trees. For about 2 miles around, there were no trees, and the air was a humid day, and it was suffocating, it was stifling. And I was on shrooms, and I was tripping, and I was in my trip, not tripping, but I was under the influence. I was in my state, my meditation state. I was in my lesson. You're learning. When you take shrooms, it's a time for lesson and learning. And you set that aside. You don't go out on daily activities like that. You're not supposed to. You need to take in these lessons permanently. Truly. Sit down with him. But yeah, I was in that parking lot. I was inside that storage building. My friend that had literally stepped on my way was just blocking me, standing in my way. And just, I just had enough of that, and I just walked out of that store into that parking lot. The air was so suffocating. I was wearing these shoes, and I was just like, I needed to get away from this place, get away from my friends, my so-called friends. Basically, this person sending me progress, and I just remember having such a revulsion for those shoes on my feet. They're making my feet so hot. Vata body types create so much heat when we walk, when we move, and our feet are primary methods of heat distribution. And by wearing feet, you don't allow them to radiate. And it felt so goddamn good just to take those fucking things off. I just yanked those things off when I got like into a couple miles when I got into the cities. I just started walking, just no direction, no purpose, just started walking. And the second time I had an experience, my spiritual experience was, I had 3 of them. One, I experienced the woman's orgasm, which is a very different sensation which I never felt before in my life, but I felt the vital fluids in my body move and circulate almost all at once. It was so pleasurable. Never had that happen before, and I don't think I ever will again. That was so unique and so different, and it made me want and value that experience for all women. And the third experience that I had was during meditative state, a vision presented itself before me of what the definition of God should be. And that is, it was like, the picture that it showed me, the image was like it was a Vata body type man, but like almost like super, like Arnold Schwarzenegger built, like Hugh Jackman, like just massive, just like insane, but like super quick-minded, and just like, he almost looked Mexican. You couldn't tell what race he was. He was a mixture of all races. He was like me, except he was God, and like, in my mind's eye, I could see like this man, this giant of a man, this massive like muscles, veins just rippling all off him, just like his entire body pulsing, and like his nutsack was like hanging off him. He's like just swelling and like stuff, like, and he was just like, and on the screen in front for me in my vision, it was like G-O-D. It's like God. I was like, I was like, holy shit, that's God. realized and expressed. We all are part of God. Now I want to say this correctly, we all are God. Each and every one of us. That's why when you look into the eyes of one another, or when you hurt one another, you feel that sacredness. You feel that hurt yourself, that wrongness. That's why a lot of you guys, when you finally do get revenge back on your fathers, or you punch your father or whatever, punch somebody, it doesn't always heal the hurt, the monster inside. You don't feel that much better for it. A lot of you, some of you can tell me wrong. But like, there was the Old Spice guy, Terry. Yeah, when he hit his father, it's like it didn't fulfill him. No, that's what I'm saying. It didn't make him feel better. If you feel better, then that's you. That's your relief. And that is true, that is real. But hurting people doesn't make you feel good. Being wicked, being cruel or unkind doesn't make you feel good. Hurting people and feeling pleasure because of it is a result of you seeking your own gratification from your mind, but that doesn't come from the depths of your soul. I hope that makes that clear. Yeah, I can tell when the thing's not really pointed right if I'm calm enough. The angel over my shoulder taps me, lets me know. She's always tapping me, telling me to listen. I'm about hungry now. I have to stop. I need some food. By the way, I cook a mixture of spelt grains and from Canada and organic chickpea flour from India, because India hasn't depleted its soil just yet. At least not the stores that I bought when I bought them years ago. It's probably not going to matter that much for all of you, but for me, it really does. Male Vata body types have a lot of fire element within their bodies, as well as air, a greater proportion of fire, and mostly air. Ether, but yeah, I'm hungry. Whew. Yeah, thanks, Shiro, for letting us know that we're supposed to take care of ourselves. That feeling of like, I finally get to live. Yeah, I get to live. It's a very precious feeling. Eating that food means I get to stay alive. It's so precious, but yeah. Okay, so the reason why I put such a high awareness, or why I mention like going Super Saiyan at all, is it's because years ago when I was in elementary school, first grade, I was called upon by the back of the class to basically challenge or confront the school bully, Marquise Williams. I was about a head shorter than he was, a full head shorter, as well as I wasn't really as athletically fit, nor was I as fast. I think his 50-meter dash run time was like 4.3 or 4.4 seconds. Mine was like 7.8 or something, about twice, double his. I wasn't the slowest, but I wasn't the fastest either. You know, a lot of people were around like 10 or 12. So I'm a small person, but I didn't have the speed. My legs weren't long enough. I didn't really have the stamina. So, Marquise Williams, he was a kid. Athletic, he's more fit, he's faster than me, he has more stamina than me, he's stronger than me, taller, heavier, PETA body type, skinny PETA. And yeah, he was basically the school bully. He made people feel pretty miserable, pretty mad, pretty sad with life. He picked on a lot of people. He made people kind of unhappy. He was a dick. And so, when it came time to like, and he just picked a day just randomly, just like, he was just gonna like, I can do whatever the hell, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And he just starts like, just bad-mouthing everyone. And he starts like, basically just like, and just verbally berating and abusing everyone. And he abused 2 girls to tears, and he's abusing just people, just abusing his power, as like his influence. He had a very, very quick wit, very quick speaker. That kid would talk you to death. When it came to insults, he would put you on the he would lay it on pretty hard, pretty good. The only thing that kid was afraid of was his own father. And so, all the kids, I was basically in an art class on the other side of this freaking school. This school's long, it's a long school, and it's winding. In order to get out to the recess, you have to go take a path like this. And like, I'm in the art class, I'm in the freaking back way of the wing, and I'm just like, dude, like some kid like comes in, it's like, Dean, you gotta do something. Marquise, he's going nuts. And it's like, what? It's like, come on. Yes, you, come on. I'm just like, me, the straight A student. I've never picked a fight in my life. Make straight A's. I haven't said a bad word to anybody. I haven't fought anybody. I haven't done anything stupid. I haven't done anything bad. I'm a really beautiful soul. All my teachers love me. I'm the teacher's pet, basically. The art teachers, the freaking music teacher especially. Miss Parrish and like freaking Deanie Weenie and like Dean the Bean and like Deanie Weenie, whatever. Like freaking, like they would try to like gobble me all up. I was a cute kid. I had fat cheeks, even as a Vada body type. So they call me out. I start coming forth. And I get out into the hallway. I'm just like walking down. And there's like, it seems like the whole school is packed. Like the whole school is like in the hallways, basically. It's almost lined completely with people. Throughout the whole walkway. At least I'm walking by like dozens of people every few seconds. And they're like, yeah, come on. They're like, yeah, you gotta do something. You gotta help us. He's going nuts. And it's like, I was like going down this hallway. It feels like people, and it's like, yeah, go Dean. People like, and just people are just like going like, go Dean. I'm like hearing tears all around. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I suddenly come across like one of those intersections, and like sitting in the hallway, there's 2 girls, the Katie and Kelly Wheatley girls, Vada body type, skinny, very beautiful, very kind people, and they're sobbing their hearts out like, just like they got told something like really bad verbally, like basically verbally berated to nothing. And I'm just like, and that scene, like, it stuck with me. Like, I was like, I'm like walking, like kind of, as when it slowed down, it's like looking past the scene. I'm just like, these 2 girls, I'm just like, that mingus, I'm just like, that first, like, I'm seeing them, like, just crying, like, huddled together, just, like, broken down in tears, completely devastated, like, devastated. Like, freaking, you stole their freaking teddy bear, and you blew it up, and you sent it to Ash, and you killed their dog or something, like, Jesus Christ, like, what happened, like, what'd you do? And so I'm just, like, walking by dozens of people, running by dozens of people, going faster, I'm like, what the hell? I'm start picking up pace. I'm going from a jog to a faster jog. And I'm just like, yeah, come on. It's like, and I get outside into the big open playground. I mean, just like, it's just open space, really. The playground's far to the left, and there he is. And it's like he's surrounded. He's kind of like, there's like 3 or 4 kids like 70 feet away from him, like just like wanting to do something, but they couldn't like approach him. They couldn't do it. You could tell that they were stopped by fear. They were just like listening to him. They're just like. And just like they're like losing willpower, just because he was just like, you ain't nothing, you little bit, and you're and blah blah blah, and he's just like, and just shouting this all the time. Just like go up to him, like kind of like push him away to like make himself the front target, the center. And he's like, he looks at me and he's like, what you gonna do about it? You're just so small, so you're nothing, you're a piece of crap. It's like, yeah, blah, blah. What you gonna do about it? And he's like, and he's just quick-witted. He's like spitting words out. Where I'm just like looking at him, like people call me out. I'm just like, what is he doing? I gotta do something. I was like, you're gonna catch me. Come on, do something about it. I was like, start trying to run after him. And the kid is faster than me. He's so fast, he's running backwards, shouting, he's basically abusing me, verbally shouting insults at me, he's throwing insults at me. I'm just like trying to run at him, I'm just running at him, just like not making any real headway. He's just like, he's faster, he's just like, you can't do anything, slowpoke, like, Asian for Horizons, like, he's just calling all these kind of nonsensical names. He's not really getting at my attention, getting on my nerves. But like, I couldn't catch him. And me being a Vata body type, that skinny, that small, didn't have much stamina. I soon started to tire out, and I know my limits. And I was just like, I was exhausting. I was exhausted, and I was just like, just minutes of just chasing this guy, just like nothing. It was like, realizing that I was going to quit, and I couldn't continue on anymore. I threw my hope to the heavens. I threw hope just outside me, outside myself. I said, no, it can't be this. It can't end like this. This can't be the way. I've got to do something. God, please, anything, help me. I don't know, it's just something like time, like kind of like slowed down, like, because I was like so exhausted. I'm just like running after him, like losing speed, and he's trying to outstrip me. It's just like, I'm like, I've got nothing left. I'm gassed out, completely gassed out. Cardio is one of the easiest ways, quickest ways to tire out about a body type, and that's it. Flat. Nothing. He's just like, I got all this energy. He's just running off, time slowing down for me. And that's when, like, all of, like, the reason to, like, every insult that he's done, all the kids that he's made cry, and all the kids that he's insulted, and how bad he's made them feel, and how big of a jackass this kid was. And, like, and those two Wheatley girls, and all those people in the hallway, and those two Wheatley girls, and again, those two Wheatley girls, I was like, oh, something just happened. Something just like, it rose up and just like, this fire just like raised my heart, just like, no, I'm getting you now. And this fire just started building, just like white hot flames just kicked on. And then my alveoli, my lungs first, they opened up, and I don't know how to explain it, but your alveoli are like little ball sacks, little sacks basically, suspended, all completely, hundreds of them, thousands of them lining your lungs, and they can open, and when they open, they accept oxygen so much more quickly, but they can burn themselves out because it's so dehydrating. But you can take on the oxygen literally 5-6 times faster, and so that's what my body did. I felt that kick on that fire. It's because it responded to what they call the energy of my heart. And that white hot flame just kicked in. It's like time just, it was like slowed, it was still slowed down. I was like, as soon as I hit that breath, it was like, it felt like someone had dumped ice and like shot fire into my veins. And it's just like, just nitrous oxide, like a car, like. It would have taken me like several dozen breaths just to take as much oxygen. I did in just one. I was like, just oxygen just flowing into me. It burns so bad. Just like one breath. Step one. My foot landed and it's like, hits again. And as time starts speeding up, step two. Step three. And I'm just like, have you ever seen the Hulk? And it's like I start speeding up, and I start catching that. I'm just like, I started and a kid, and I'm like, yelling at this kid, and he's just like, looks around, and he's just like, he looks around, he looks at me, he's like, and he's like, and he just starts fucking pelting, and he's just seriously running, and I'm just like, my stubby little legs, I'm catching up to this kid, the fastest runner in school. I'm just like, I'm jumping, I'm just fucking leaping, because like I've in my mind, like, the only way I can catch this kid is to jump to knock him down, because I couldn't just run up to him and just push him. He's too fast, he's too strong, too big. So I'm just trying to get on top of him so I can beat his brains out. And I'm bumping, I'm leaping, I'm jumping, like, I'm just like fucking like in the air, I'm just like airborne. and I'm just like, all this energy and all this fire within me. He's just like, the fastest kid in school. I'm giving him something to dodge. I'm like coming at him like a missile, and because I'm roaring, I'm screaming. He hears me coming, and he does that thing, and he just, and basically I fly forward, and he does that, and I skid, and I try to catch myself, and I start running after him again, and he does that like 3 or 4 or 5 times, and he basically like, I realize that this is gonna work out. I'm like, I stop, and like, I just let him run. I'm just like, I just start looking at him, just like over at the field, just like, and it's like, and basically. The kids basically stopped him from like exiting, and he's like, just like he could be boxed himself into a corner. I'm just like, I know how I'm gonna do this, and I was out of that fire body state, that activated state. I was back to my regular perception, and like I was just standing there just for a few seconds. People just saw me standing there, and just like in the blink of an eye, because there was way on the 2 focus points. People were both looking at me and him. And just like, here's me, and he's like over here, and he's just like, sorry, and he's over here, I'm over here, and this is this giant building, this like the school building, and he's just running around. And I take a quick, I jump to my left side, and I just hit, and I start running along the shadow of the building, so no one can really see me from like the entire like school playground. Like no one sees me. They just see me fucking disappear. When they look back up, they look at him, they look at me, look at him, look at me. He's like, you're gone. They thought I would quit. They thought I quit. They thought I went inside. And like people were like, wow, that kid gave it. Did he give up? And looking back for me, and like they couldn't see me because I'm along the side of the building, right? I'm just running. I'm speeding up, and like this entire, and like Trevor, he goaded me on. He's like, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, Dan, go get him, go kick his. Yeah, Dan, go get him. He's like, yeah. Like, kick his ass, and he's like, or something like that. And he said something. He didn't say that, but he said something. I was just like, I'm just like, yeah. I was like, and I start getting in the mindset again. I'm like, remembering all those reasons, like regular state. I'm like, and like I started accelerating. It's like, and then I kicked it on. It's like, oh, it was crazy. And like I did that run. I dashed over. I was like, I hear my friend. I'm like, yeah, and like accelerate, and then then like it kicks on, and I fucking like, and I was like, it just, I can't. It's just like, you see this guy, he's bolting like a bullet. He doesn't bob his head like this. He's just like, and he just speeds up. He's just like, and you just see him like, he's just like, and he's just like, it takes off twice. He just puts on that extra bit of speed, and it's just like. And that's when my friend goes like, oh shit. He's like, oh shit. He's like, oh shit. He's gonna kick his ass. I'm like, yeah, damn right, I'm gonna kick his ass. And I come up onto that playground, that playing field, and I see him there, just sitting there, like squealing, waving his head off, like, trying to looking for an exit. I'm just like, I got you now. I'm just like in that super state. I'm just like, and he tries to dodge me. He sees me, he's like, oh god. And he does like that. I'm just like coming in. I'm just like, last second, I'm reaching my hand out. I'm like grabbing by his shirt. And like I pull him around, and basically the speed of it was so great. It was like I snatched him, and then like I snatched him. And I was like basically like pulling myself towards as we were flying, and we both twisted in the air like 3 freaking times. Like it was like spinning down to the ground, and I'm just like, because I'm just pulling myself toward him. I don't really notice my freaking feet were just like flying like this in like freaking air. And I was like, yeah. And when I finally got on top of him, I was like. Right? And I finally got on top of him, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, I kind of lost it. I kind of like got panicked. I'm like, I lost it. And I was like, no. I was like, all the drive, all that fire just left me. I was like, no. I just started like screaming. I was like, and it's like that rage, that reason started returning back to him. Like, oh, you're why I'm here. You're what I'm here for. I'm like, never thrown a punch before in my life, but it's just like my muscles start like building and hulking out, and there's a school teacher like does like dozens and dozens of feet off, and he sees me raising my fist. He's like, oh, it's gonna be okay, they're just kids, it's not gonna be a real fight. And I just start fucking like, you see my body just like dip down. I wasn't in the fire body state, I was just angry. But when you see someone just like, he's just like freaking, because I was trying to hit him with like both my fist, my elbow, and my shoulder at once. I didn't know how to freaking, I just wanted to hit him. No force behind my punches, but to everyone else, it looked like he was getting brutally beaten. And so that was a lot of the confusion there. And that's when that coach, when he saw it, he was like, oh shit. And he activated like a fire body state. He got so fast, like he was just like, because he didn't want anyone getting hurt on this thing. He was just like, and I was just sitting there like 3 hits, 3 fake hits, 3 false hits, 3 miss hits. Nowhere forcing her. I was like, oh, this is how you fight. Do it again. Strength up. I was about to punch. I was about to nuke his brains out. I was about to make him feel I was about to make him catch these hands, fist to fist time on his face. But even before I could even feel that punch, it was like, that coach grabbed me. I felt this giant, massive hand just grab me, like, boom, inches from his face, like inches, freaking inches. Just freaking, I was just like, pulled me away. It's like freaking like, I was just like swinging in the air, just like, and I was just like, no, where's my target? I'm like, I start fucking swinging, and he just like, this 300-pound coach, this 250-pound coach, yeah, about 300 pounds, this big guy, Mr. Sorrell, he's just like freaking like holding this kid, like making sure that they can like drag him away, and drag the other kid away, and he's like, he lets me go, and I'm like, and I start swinging, like trying to, like, kids trying to start pinning me down. He just walks off, and kids start trying to pin me down and stuff, like trying to stop me from like just being angry, I guess. I'm like striking at him, kicking him, because I'm just in such a rage, and he's like, where's my, no, you don't understand, where's my target, where'd he go? And then it's like, it took me a couple minutes to calm down. I'm like, oh, I was like, wow, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what just happened. And like, I don't know why I just did that, but y'all kind of asked me here too, basically. But that showed me, as young as I was tiny. It showed me that I had a power beyond my limits. That there was something way more to me, to anyone, than anything we had ever been taught. Than anything. Because I was immense. I was at my wit's end, my limits, my utter limits. I was exhausted. I couldn't take another step. I was fueled out. But that's why whenever I look at or read, I experience Luffy's stories, that concept of going gears second, and basically doubling your power, doubling your strength. Doubling your strength so much to the point that your body realizes that you can almost rip your muscles and tendons out simply by moving too hard. And that's almost what I did by pushing myself off the ground that one time. Because, that's better. Overheating. But yeah, that let me know that I experienced something that I couldn't explain. Went beyond words. I was suddenly faster than the fastest kid in school. And I was no athlete. I was suddenly twice as powerful, twice as strong. Literally, just my strength just doubled. And just like years and years after that, I would practice that just a little bit on just random things, trying to activate that what I call fire body state. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like a fire erupts in you, and it's just like it takes over your cells, and it's a threshold. And it's like it starts building. And literally, yeah, you become twice as strong. It's like hysterical strength, except only your body has activated. And you are a living monster. You're a monster, basically. You're like a fire monster. Hulking out is basically the best way I can describe it. Because I was flying through the air, 12 feet at a time, just like leaps, just standing, like just freaking, just, I can't even, doing things I could never normally do. Having so much strength, like I was at a static load, like pushing myself against the ceiling. I was so strong, I was pushing myself through a solid clay floor a solid clay ground. I was so heavy that the ground couldn't contain me. I could feel the earth being pushed out from underneath my feet just by how strong I was. And just, yeah, it was just one of those things, like, I was just testing myself, like, could I get angry enough to lift this up? I was like, try this. I was like, no, that's not it. It's like a true reason. It's like a heroic call. It was like, I've got to do this or else my family dies. It's intense. It is fucking intense. And it's absolutely exhausting. When you're done with it, your body is so hot. You're just like, you're basically dripping saliva. Because you push yourself so hard so quickly. And you're almost loopy. You're wasted, basically. Afterwards. That's why I believe very heavily in mothers and fathers' strength when it comes to saving their children, saving their kids. And yeah, I just wanted to share that story with you guys. Because for me, it was a very popular story back in my school. It showed everyone that darkness was not something to be tolerated, that we can't stand up for it. And darkness never again raised its head like that. Never again. Angry straight A kid. I did not get in trouble, by the way. No trouble. Everyone just let me off the clean hook. Clean slate, clean hook. And that's when everyone knew not to mess with Dean, that one kid. Because he's got monsters and demons inside. But yeah, but whenever you see me do I'm going to do something very similar to that. I've got a couple of things I want to try to show you guys when I have enough calories, when I have enough stamina. One is basically using all might. Using what is called all might. It's basically literally all my willpower and force concentrated into, and the dreams and hopes of basically humanity, everything that's been put before me. And it is so strong that it can literally break down my body. That my body can't handle it. If you ever seen the My Hero Academia, that's no joke. I am so scared of my own power because I've tried that a few times where it's just, I ruptured all my feet. I ruptured the nerves and blood vessels in my hand by cutting across the air door because I was trying to slap someone in my mind. And I was just like, I activated that fire body, like I tried it like as hard as I could without being like, I was like as mad as I could, just as fast as I could, just like, I couldn't, like, I was just like, then I activated and I was like, and then I was like, without really trying or testing for it, I just pushed all the way. I was just like, bow, bow. I was like, I ruptured them because I swung them so hard, so much fluid came to my fingertips. I was like, I was basically swearing, just about, mildly swearing, and just, there's a few times I've been in that state, so that's why I believe it so firmly. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me get some rest.